Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 as we continue our Germany playthrough, developing some big heavy tanks to go and kick ass. I've got plans for how we're going to use those later, but more into that when the war, when it comes, actually starts. So first priority today, as we're going to work towards getting the Sudetenland off Czechoslovakia and then taking the rest of Czechoslovakia, because, you know, goodies in there. We want all that. We're also going to try and work on our MIFO bills a little bit. I've had a little bit of a thought about that. This one, we're currently consumer goods factories 46.5%, which is insane. So let's spend a few points in here. We've got a couple of things we can do. We're going to spend, implement rations and implement wage controls. These are quite negative things for stability. We're going to lose 5% stability, but we can afford that. We're running pretty stable, and we've got some stuff we can do to get that back. So for 30 points, let's trigger both of those. I don't really want to do this one because that might screw up Hungary coming into the Axis. I don't think that's going to matter, so we may do that yet. But anyway, we'll leave that on the back burner for now. So that should get, both of those should get the MIFO's bills down by 20%, which is going to be kind of nice. It still gives us a load of points. As you can see, there's nothing much. Oh, there is something we can do in here as well, I've just seen. We're okay for conscription. However, we can go straight to war economy, which again is going to help on the pesky consumer goods factories. So we hope. Does it show it on here? Well, it's got it down by 20% from the MIFO bills anyway, which should give us more stuff to play with in here. That seems to be quite drastically more. We've got lots of civilian factories. That's excellent. And we probably need to get military factories. What about infrastructure? How are we doing for the sake of materials? We're a little bit short on rubber and tungsten. Is there anything? Are we producing any more tungsten that we can get out of there? We can't. I think we're going to have to go trade deals with Switzerland to get any benefit out of that, which is a shame. But we will go down there. Anyway, so what we kind of want are some more military factories. Have we got anywhere with 100%? We have. Let's stick them in there. And the rubber, this is going to help alleviate the rubber problems a bit. So that's about to tick off, and we're going to get military factories coming in. That's what we need. Let's accelerate time, and let's crack on with this. Excellent. We've got radar completed. The question of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. Following the return of Austria to the Reich, we now share a border with the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. The government of Prince Paul has been fairly quiet about their stance on our proposed reordering of Europe. Perhaps we could remind them that the time will come when they must make a choice. Definitely put the squeeze on them. Absolutely. Definitely. No doubt about that. Oh, also, let's see what the spy situation is. So 24 days. That'll be completed on the 8th of May. One of you guys in YouTube thankfully left me a comment saying how we can semi-automate that. So that's going to be really useful if I remember to do it. So we need to watch out for that. Because as you know, and this has been a constant issue since the spying things came in with La Resistance, we've set missions off, and then because we get distracted doing other things and there's no big thing jumps up on screen, I don't know when it's finished or I miss it, and then suddenly when I should be working on the next mission, half a year's passed. So there's something that can help with that we're going to jump into in a moment. Fuel refining and improved infantry equipment. Excellent. Everything's coming on all together. So we are in 1938. Oh, apart from the rubber processing, do you know, that's going to be a good time to get that. Let's get that because we are building new refineries. And we still have another research slot to play with as well. So that's awesome. And let's go for research speed here. Let's get that ticking down. We're working towards that 5th research slot as well. So that's going to be amazing. And we can have... Oh, the volunteer forces are back from Spain. Those guys did a fantastic job. We can go for the land warfare facility. Oh, no, it's not. We've got to choose what these super heavy howitzers. Keep a balance. As development progresses, a critical decision must be made. We can prioritise fast production and smaller caliber guns, or we can invest in bigger and heavier guns. What do you think we should go on? Obviously, we're going to focus on firepower, although fast production, I mean, stuff like that makes sense, but we want the big, big guns. Speaking of big guns, let me get the cavalry in. Let's take this guy here and join him into an army group. We're going to make an aggressive army group. We're going to put von Manstein in that because he is a nice aggressive commander. Let's stick them in a new theatre so we can find them nice and easily Also included in that, we're going to have the Mountaineers, because we're training some of those. We've got Erwin Rommel, definitely going into there. What's his upgrade? The Guerrilla Fighter. Entrenchment speed plus 50%, but he's going to be commanding tanks and stuff, which I don't plan on having them sit around long enough to need that bonus, honestly. So that's the thing. The Mountaineers, did I not put them in? Carl Eggsleer, yeah, he's the Mountaineer guy. Stick him in there. He is perfect for that job. Having a few Mountaineers is useful. There are places where you'll be fighting in Europe, and possibly, potentially, you could get down here as well. But certainly going through the USSR, where Mountaineers can be useful, and of course in Norway. So all these things will come in very handy. And the infantry stays behind. And I don't have a plan for this guy, but I'll stick him in there for now. And that's okay. But it's the cavalry I'm more interested in altering just at the moment. Let's take a look at this. So this is... I want this to remain fairly cheap, but we have a nice surplus of artillery. So I'm going to put them in there. We're going to spend some experience. We want motorized artillery. We want this to have a bit of a punch. This stuff is going to be useful. It'd be good to have some other stuff in there, wouldn't it? Is there anything we can put in? I think we can probably afford not to do it for the going into Poland. And then beyond Poland, the cavalry will start to become less useful as time goes on. But as an initial thing, that's going to be quite useful there. And these guys are going to need to spend some time training up. There we go. We'll get some experience back that we've just spent. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to need to develop a garrison division as well for holding on to all these new territories that we're going to take. Choice here. What have we got? Tough and Seducer. Christian Schreck. Do we want an Austrian? I don't think we want an Austrian. No, let's go for Christian Schreck. This gives me a spare guy. This means I can put him on to building up our intel network in France. So set him off doing that. That'll be kind of sweet. Support a coup in Liechtenstein. Agent forced into hiding. While on assignment in Poland, Walter Huber was evidently detected by a Polish counterintelligence. Okay, we can do nothing but hope and wait. So that's finished. We'll get back to that in a minute, because that's what I want to do next. So, supporting the coup in Liechtenstein. Oh, time is running on. Let's see, we get a building slot and a level 2 railway. I don't think that was particularly exciting. But, now we can do this. We have enough troops in the army. We can do this one. So let me click on this one. Increase collaboration in Poland to 30%. That's good. What we're going to do is close that, and we're going to set that off again. The guy, we're going to have to take 2 of these. Or we take this. We could take him. Yeah, I don't care too much. Yeah, let's do that. Let's prepare that. Before I do that, let's just switch these over, actually. So we want Intel Network there. Watch him get captured, and then just turn that off, or turn that off. Counterintelligence here. Okay, so I'm going to order a collaboration government. We're going to put these 2 guys in who are currently doing nothing. I would have liked him, but I mean, he's not available, so that's fine. So we're going to automatically commence, and I'm going to tick this. I didn't notice this before ever, and I've never used it, and this is what someone mentioned in the comments. Thank you for telling me about this. Automatically repeat. I'm going to tick that, prepare, because I think there's 2 stages of that left to go, and it'll take the same guys and it'll just run the same mission again, and that's kind of going to be a big thing, I think. Tsardom of Bulgaria approaches the German Reich. I think it's going to make my spying game a lot more reliable and get things done on time. So I think that's going to be cool. Oh, I say that is a big old force there. Let's stick them in there. 28. Right, we've got to take 4 guys out of there and form a new army. Stick them in there, though. Definitely get you on training. It's also about time that we think about the infantry divisions and alter them a little bit. It's not an ideal mix at the moment. Do we have a good infantry commander? Yeah, I would say this guy, infantry leader experience, or this guy. It's not much difference, really. What have we got down here? Offensive doctrine, commando. I think these are ones that come from Austria. Have these come from... Are these our Austrians? Because I don't remember seeing them before. The ones that joined us when the Anschluss took over. Well, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll save some of the better commanders. Yeah, we'll definitely put you in there. Cool. Kingdom of Hungary announces the Giori program. We don't really care what Hungary is up to. Do we have any decisions to make over here? We do not. Do we have anything to do in here? Apart from, I could put it into conscription and just fire that up. We may as well. We may as well get that ready. So extensive conscription. It does increase the training time. 10% is nothing. We're going to have manpower in the bank. All right. So the artillery, did we have enough? We did, just. So the cavalry should be fully trained. They should have a bit more bite for when they try and break through in Poland. We're going to put the aircraft onto them. Although we're not going in just yet, but we need to be preparing for that. So let me put you on ground attack and support you. And obviously the heavy panzers, when they turn up, they're going to be getting some of the same as well. And then we've got some good experienced troops there. I'll put them over there, and we should have some more. And I don't... There they go. They've come down there. These are the guys back from Spain. You two need to desperately train up, because that looks awful. And then we've got some proper ground support. Yep, you're with the panzers. And you can go with the cavalry. There we go. We got some good stuff going on there. We need a lot more aircraft. The plan is to get a lot more aircraft. Meanwhile, I haven't been checking in on the subs for a bit. Are you on automatic split off? You are. Cool. That's what we want. We have... Let's put all these in there. Right, stick them in there. Get them training. Fuel is looking good. And we've got some big ships there. Put them in there. I will sort out... Actually, let's train that thing up as well. That needs... Let's put a commander in there. Who's likely to be quite good? Someone with a lot of attack. You've got Bold and Old... Oh, Old Guard, though? Old Guard sucks. Rolf Karls. Ironside. Positioning. Oh, he looks awesome. He's just going in there. What have you got to play with? Big guns expert. Capital ship attack. Let's stick you in there. Ground pounder. Marksman. Chance to score a critical hit. I'm having that. These guys are amazing. Chance to receive critical hits. Definitely take that one. Wow. So many options. That guy's going to be a legend. Okay, let's move on. Let's work over Czechoslovakia whilst we get some points built up to do something else with. Lots of manpower. See, stability is just flying high. We could definitely afford those price controls for the MIFO bills. MG30. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So 1938. We've only just got the stuff there. That's kind of behind. Let's get the better radio. The better reinforce rate. We're preparing everything. Where are those tanks? We want those heavy tanks. They've got some work to do, right? You see, we've got a lot of infantry coming out here. They're currently short of... It's just the heavy tanks. How's production going on those? So we are... What can we take one down in? We can take one out of light tanks now, definitely, and put that into heavies instead. The trucks, we want more motorized stuff, so I am gonna put a lot into trucks. Also, let me just make sure we've got this on fully motorized for supplies. The German supply network isn't going to be spectacular to start with. So we've got demand Sudetenland, which we'll get. Now watch this. I'm not going to pick that straight away. Because if I wait a day, I think I can then go here and get the rest of Czechoslovakia fairly quickly. Let me see if this bears out with my previous experience. So we'll try that out in a bit. I think it's probably going to be military factories now, isn't it? Tungsten. I mean, as long as we've got some civilians to trade away, that's useful. And we might want some AA in Brandenburg, because that, I think, is where our... We'll probably want a bit of that everywhere, actually. Because we've got the military research centres around there. I think the other one I built there, but I can't remember. We need to pop that in somewhere. Synthetic refineries. Did that fix the rubber? It's helped but not fixed the rubber, so we'll put another one of these in. Oh, I think some infrastructure is in order, actually. Let me get some infrastructure. Where we've currently got 80%, but also resources. There, ton there. Let's put it in there. And I'm looking at aluminium in particular. We can put it here. And then I want some, once that's done, 5 more military factories in there. So we've got things coming on. I like that. The Munich Conference. Talks have been held in Munich between the leaders of Germany, Britain, France and Italy to discuss the future of Czechoslovakia. Both the British and French have accepted our claims to the Sudetenland as legitimate, and their previous offers of support to the Czechs have been rescinded. It's a historic day for Germany, but it's a terrible day for Europe, the world, and in particular, Czechoslovakia. So anyway, that absolutely sucks. That's the Munich Agreement. Peace in our time, said Chamberlain. Yeah, well, let's see how that goes, shall we? So the poor old Czechs have been forced out. I'd be curious to know just how much support there was in the Sudetenland for that, for the Germans. Anyway, it is correct. We can now go straight on to this, because I want to get the fate of Czechoslovakia sealed and sorted. I'm going to need an army on that border, so we're hopefully going to have some more troops coming out soon. And we're also going to we're going to leave this as it is. Combat width of 18 infantry, that's absolutely fine. Let's duplicate that though. Change the symbol to, I mean, anything. Just literally anything will do. That's fine. I'm going to call these 1938 infantry. I'm just going to model it slightly differently. And the reason we duplicate it is because I don't want everything to go onto this. So we're going to add in some combat support, motorized artillery. I'm suddenly wondering if I've added the wrong ones into the cavalry. We'll go take a look at that. And over there, yeah, I mean, cavalry detachments should go with these, absolutely. And support anti-air would be good, but I don't think we need it just at the moment. I'm not even making any, so that's the thing. So the 1938 infantry, we're going to just, not those guys. Whereas those guys staying on the Maginot Line don't need to be that, because they're pretty safe. Where are the Browns? Oh, they're down there. Okay, all right. So let's draw a line in like that. And this template is going to change over to them. Yeah, we don't have everything, but it'll get there. It's fine. By the time we actually need it, it's going to get there. Honest governor. Artillery is always good to add in. There we go. Stick that in like that. It'll be fine. What were we doing? We were busy conquering Czechoslovakia. So now it's just a case of getting more troops, ships, everything on the map. Bulgaria seeks the Balkan claims warranted. Delegation from the Tsardom of Bulgaria has approached our government asking for German support for their claims in the Balkans and seeking to secretly negotiate and secure Bulgarian territorial. Do you know what? I don't really care. That would upset them. Let's just recognise them. No, let's just recognise them. We don't care. The cipher for France is fully decrypted, as is the depth charge thrower. Cool. 1938. Anything in there? Do we have radar? We want radar. That's why we spent all that effort trying to research it, after all. So, cool. We've got France. No enemy cipher is being decrypted. That's working up nicely. He's just chilling. And I think he's going on that mission afterwards. There's 2 guys tied up, maybe. Who knows? We want to go for that one. Wouldn't it be awesome if we get the UK knocked out of the war before the US gets involved in it? That would involve a massive effort going across there. So we're not planning on that. We're not expecting that, I should say. We're obviously planning for it, but we're not expecting it. Let's make sure you are on a different colour. Nope, we've already got one of those. Got one of those. Put you on blue. Blue's good. And train up. Okay, so Poland's going to get surrounded because I'm going to take the entirety of Czechoslovakia. I'm not going to release Slovakia as a puppet. I don't see the need to. We can always do that later. It's not a problem. Rubber processing. So far, so good. Where are we? With the artillery, we're a little bit early there, but we have a research bonus. We don't have the resources to really build those, so we're not going to rush there. And I want the Molotov-Ribbentrop pack, don't I, to get the research for that. So that's kind of a thing. And I want the Armoured Engineer Company as well. So that's going to go into our heavies. Cool. This is coming along quite nicely. First Vienna Award, that's something to do with Hungary. We don't care. We wanted it for this. And then where's the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact? It's there. Ah, oh, choices. That will give us... No, the treaty with the USSR gives us the research bonus. So let's get the fate of Czechoslovakia. That's all right. I want the biggest, heaviest tanks I can get as soon as I could get them. But we're going to have to just show a little patience, I think. Just a little bit. Not too much. So we're building everything really nicely. Have we got the rubber production? We've got that nailed down. Let's go trade for some tungsten. We were getting it from Sweden, I believe. Or were we not getting it from Sweden? We should be getting it from Sweden. So send the factory over there. Yeah, that's the thing we're missing. Importing. We're importing fuel. Well, it's still filling the tanks, so that's okay. And we're importing rubber, which we do actually need. Okay, so we're not fully self-sufficient on rubber just yet. We're not going on a raid, because that would be mental to try that round about now. Nothing to do with it. We wanted... What have I clicked on? Wrong button. We want this one. What are we desperately short of? Suddenly I need a lot more trucks. Oh, we've got some close air support. Excellent. Actually, can I modify that? Is it worth to modify that? I don't think it really is. What we're going to do in a future playthrough is focus on fighter bombers. Going to give fighter bombers a go that can perform both air superiority and ground attack and logistic strikes all with one design. But I don't know which nation we're going to try that with, but it's something I'm thinking of for the future. Just an idea at the moment. Submarines are coming on. Okay, I think we're going to put it just good old infantry equipment. We've got the steel, and we're going to need guns, because we're going to lose a lot of that once we go to war. We have time. We have a year. The 4th International. That should fit in with us grabbing this, and then the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and the armour research bonus. We'll keep the USSR happy for the time being. Did I not set anything off building? That was terrible of me, wasn't it? Let's get a little bit more infrastructure. So... Oh, I thought... Oh, there we go. Let's put it in there. And that would be extra steel. Don't really want it right on the border. Some aluminium would be probably more beneficial. Where have we got? We've got no great sources of aluminium. We've got little bits everywhere. I'm going to put some in there. That'll get us 6 more. Because we're going to ramp up the aircraft industry, of course. That needs to be a thing. And I think we're going to go ramping up some dockyards. Do you know what? Let's just put them in. Let's just put them in. We'll get them going. Because we're going to need a navy. Everything's starting to come together. And I believe... Find me an airfield? Why can I never find the airfields? Let's go with 2 of those. And maybe... Those things are bad. I don't really want to do anything with that. Oh, now we've got some better naval... Oh, let's get the naval bombers in then as well. And let's get all those in training. The super heavy howitzers. Is that finished? I think that was finished. Yeah, those are really cool. I should... Do I want to actually create some of those? They are very effective. If we put them in as... you put them in as support, they're going to cost a lot to make. I would say... Screw it, let's do it. And we'll put 5 factories in when we get them. And we will put them in to our key divisions. Because I think they can be possibly even a little bit overpowered. Nice. The troops are coming off the factory. I was going to say the factory floor. The equipment's rolling off the factory floor. It's equipping the troops. Troops coming out of the factory floor. Suddenly playing Star Wars, and we've got clone troopers. Agent forced into hiding. We can do nothing but wait and hope. We've been able to automatically repeat. That's fine. At least we now get a notification because we clicked that. So that's absolutely fine. We can 100% work with that. So one guy's just gone into hiding. That's not a problem. We just set the next one. We do want to do France, but I mean, not just yet. Where's the orchestrate a coup? No, not just yet. Collaboration government in France. Oh, that's complete. You click complete and close. And then it should let us do the same again, right? Because we weren't maxed out. Why not? Why can we not do that? Collaboration Poland is less than 100%. Oh, have we maxed it out? Can we actually see anywhere where the collaboration is? I don't know how we look at this. You guys might, so let me know in the comments. Is there somewhere we can check this out to see if there's a collaboration? I mean, it says it's 100. I'm going to leave it for one day before I set the... There we go. Days passed over. I just want to see if that made a difference. Sometimes moving to the end of the day opens up different options. But it looks like we're going straight to France. It absolutely does look like we're going straight to France. Is there anything I can do? Well, I mean, it says that it's 100%. I don't remember having ticked over enough to do that, but... I mean, that's fine by me. In that case, then, is there any benefit? There might be a benefit to leaving him in there. So let's go and start working over France. Prepare collaboration government. Let's put our two guys doing nothing in there. And just automatically repeat. Trust us, that will pay off nicely in garrisons and compliance and everything else. The fate of Czechoslovakia. All of Czechoslovakia belongs to the Reich. Use Czechoslovak gold to reduce the cost of MIFO bills. Boom! That is mine. We can always release it as a puppet later. So now that one's done. There's so much I actually want to do. What do these do? This gives us synthetic refineries, but it's going to be consumer goods factories going up again. I kind of want the Chief of the Air Force to go in, but no, I need to. Yeah, okay, that's something we'll have to come to probably next. Ah, no, there's and tungsten and chromium. That sounds super vital. We're going to have to start working over. God, this tree's massive. The Molotov-Ribbentrop pack. It's only 35 days. And then we're going to get the early armor research bonus. The Czechs must be protected from themselves. Absolutely. And we're going to put the squeeze on Yugoslavia again. So, now that we've seen that, we've gone in there. Let's just cancel those orders. And I guess at this point, we just draw a line in like that. There might be a bit of a supply issue going down the bottom over there, but it's fine. And we'll do that one. There we go. I don't really plan on ordering an assault through the mountains. I think that's likely to be costly and epic failure. More troops coming online. We're going to need something on the border over here. So I think we're going to be fine against Poland. I don't suppose any of these guys are going to get involved and cause me any trouble. At some point, we're going to need to look at Denmark. I think we can afford to kick that can down the road a little bit. Available planes in reserve? Are there really? What have we got? Interwar small air... Well, we should have them in so that they can train. And the interwar mediums, I think they're going to go as replacements, but we'll put these guys in so they can train up. Yeah, the Air Force isn't as big as I would like at this point. That's something I would definitely prefer more of. Anyway, military factories. What are we going to load up? Basic naval bombers. We need to get those improved. And the medium bombers. We're going into a war with these things out of date. Shortage of trucks. Don't know why. Let's fix that. The artillery's looking good at last. These are looking like decent numbers. We can afford to put more heavy tank factories in there, actually. And then looking down here, yeah, let's get these things up. I'm going to leave the tactical bombers. I don't want those to be a major part of my gameplay. Having said that, in a future match, a future campaign, we are going to make those a major part of the gameplay. We're going to make incredibly, ridiculously overpowered flying tanks, twin-engined, long-range, ground support attack aircraft. Does that sound ridiculous? It sounds ridiculous to me, and I want to try it out. We've got the computing machine. We're still in 38, but about to go into 39. There's nothing I'm particularly scared of missing out on. The aircraft, I know we're a bit behind. It's not long to get those. Heavy machine guns would be nice on the fighters as an upgrade, as would survivability studies. But the economy needs some help. So let's bunch up the industry. Crack this on.